Welcome back, guys, to Arsenal Update 9, and here is what's new. And by the way, thanks to everyone who actually joined me on Patreon. You guys really help the channel. Even if you get the minimum tier, $5, that is more than whatever YouTube is giving me to make one of these Arsenal Update videos. And you can also access my maps on Java and Bedrock editions. So if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, consider becoming a Patreon. And then you can download this huge world with all the vehicles. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, so first off, I want to show off my Humvees because most of my viewers are actually American, and the Humvee is one of the most iconic American vehicles, so I actually did a whole update on them and look at how many different varieties of them they are. Now from the old Humvee, I actually made the headlights into stone buttons. That way you could see them from far away, because before I had item frames, but those are not as good. So in the front we got these two Humvees. They're actually from the Ukrainian army, the Kursk incursions, so they have the white triangle markings here on the sides. And there's actually two versions of it. This one has this armored turret on top with the windows, while this one has like a shorter turret that's only the bottom half. And also another thing that the Ukraine does is add in assault rack here in the back and the spare tires off to the side. So that is a little bit different. Also, they got the antenna. And then for our next Humvees, which there is a whole pack of this, it's the troop carrier version of it. So as you can see in this one, they have like sort of like a pickup truck design. You can put troops in the back of this, and there's all sorts of different variations. For example, this one's woodland camo, and this one has the fence. This one does not, and this one's also a four-door one. This one's only a two-door. And I was making this based on ones I've seen on a military train. So some are common tan, some they remove the doors for some reason, and there's all sorts of different varieties just like that. And then some have armored. Okay, so then we have the Humvee ambulance. So we have the Red Cross on. So we have the Red Cross symbols throughout, using banners and carpets, and here's in the back. And I also made it a green version of it. And there also is a plain version, no markings on it for some reason. Alright, so next up we have the tow ATGM. They mounted a tow launcher onto a Humvee. And this actually still exists. Even Ukraine has some of these. So this one has like the half turret just on the bottom, and the anti-tank guided missile launcher, which there is like two versions there. And then here we have, this one actually has crows, which is a remote controlled machine gun on the top. Yeah, that's about it. And then over here, this is like a regular typical Humvee. And then the front we have some with shelters here in the back. So I think these are like a multi-purpose, so you can use it for a variety of things. And then here is your kind of standard Humvee. This is the M1151. So it's kind of like the armored Humvee. So we got the armored window turret on top and antennas. These are going to be American. And then this one has the half turret like that. And that one has camo. This one's just green. And also made a pack for trailers, because there are all sorts of trailers. So if you look at them in real life on the road, like in a convoy, they're often transporting trailers behind them. Here is the M1101 and the M1102. It's sort of like the same thing. They have two different name designations. I don't know why, but they are like some with like tarps in the back. So woodland and tan versions. And then some have these spikes for the tarps, and some are just empty. And then here in the back we have some water buffaloes, which are actually water tanks. And then right over here, this is like some kind of a generator. Tan and woodland. In the back, this is actually an AGPU, Aviation Ground Power Unit. So maybe if you have like a Black Hawk helicopter or something, you put this in the airfield next to it. And I don't know if that's pulled by Humvees, but I've seen them on the same train. So that is the Humvee pack. And some more American stuff that we have is, this has been a long time coming, the HEMTT Wrecker, the M978. I wonder how many of you guys actually like know the number designations. Probably not a lot of people, but I have three different wreckers here. They're basically used to tow trucks on the road. They're heavy duty, and this one's actually Ukrainian, so it has the Ukrainian flags and then on the side as well. And this one is the B-kit version of it, and it's the A4, so kind of like a modern one with this armored cab. So you can see the windows are really small. And then here's what it looks like around. And then here is the tan version of it. This is the A4, so as you can see, this one has a standard window, this one's armored, so it's a little bit different, but they're basically the same thing. And then in the back, this is the A2, so it's an older version of it, so the spare tire, it's here in the back, and then it has like a visor around the front. That's in camo as well. I also did work a little bit on the M10 78 and 83, the FMTVs. Updated design a little bit, and also made a trailer for them right here in the back. And another one here, this is the M1085, so it's actually got a little bit elongated bed. And I also updated the C-RAM. This is a phalanx, a land base, so you can use this to protect your military bases. Incoming, incoming, brrr, it makes that sound in the middle of the night. Really scary if you watch that footage. And I also made the M1088. This is the MTV tractor trailer, so you can hook up trailers to the back of this, which I did make a whole pack of them. I still need to add in one more trailer after this though. So you can see they're all the different styles of trailers. You can see this one's actually, I think it's like the A-kit version, and then this one's like a kind of unarmored cab. So I still need to work on these ones. And also added the fuel tanker for it as well. So this is another logistics thing you can add. And over here we have the Ukrainian Kursk 6446. So this is Ukraine's tank transporter, where you can transport the 2S7 Pion. So yeah, it's really huge. You do have to squish in the landing gear a little bit. And this is in the camo that they use in the parade. And then here is another one. Now the difference between this one and this one is that the trailer, if you look at this, this says 3 axles. Well, this one only has 2 axles, so the trailers are actually kind of different, and I think I have them right over here so you can see them side by side. But yeah, definitely nice logistics. And speaking of logistics, I also made the TPDX flat car. This is for military loads, 89 foot. Recently unboxed this on my main channel, Crafty Fox, so I was able to get a real life model of it. Here's how it looks like. Now to see this in action, you go to World 1, which I think I will upload updated version of World 1, so you can actually see my work in progress world, which this is in the train area part. So here I have a full train. Maybe I might make an animation of it. So this is how I loaded up the trains. I just put like chains to hook up to the channels, and then here I made a whole entire train of it. That's why I sort of been making all these vehicles, because I was trying to make this train in Minecraft, which is quite a lot. And here you can see the tankers, HEMTTs, Humvees, and it goes far back. We even have like the M777 right there. And back to the arsenal world, we have the T-90M Nakidka. So Nakidka is a radar absorbing material. They kind of like a tarp they put over the tank. And they also put like a bit of camouflage with these kind of leaf looking things. So here it is on the T-90M. They also put it on the other tanks like T-72, T-80, but I just have it for T-90M. And I made this for Needles, who always really like this for some reason. We do have the Russian flag here, and then some kind of cope cage thing like that. And I also finished up the Russian Su-27 flanker. So this is what Russia uses in like the Black Sea, dump fuel on our drone. So yeah, here's how it looks like, and you can see a comparison with the Su-35S. So it's a little bit different, but camouflage is actually quite similar. Right, so right now we are in the Ukrainian battlefield, which I made 2 videos about. You know, I was planning to make something realistic, but in the end I was decided, you know, let me just actually put it to use and make a little, you know, showcase, like a proof of concept what a Minecraft battlefield might look like. Just because I was just messing around. So right over here we have 2 sides, the Russian side and the Ukrainian side. So everything's kind of like small. We have to go really close to really see everything on the ground level, because the battlefield is huge. So we got the Ukrainian side, bunch of vehicles here like the Bradley, the Humvee, T-64BV, and a bunch of howitzers and HIMARS artillery firing. We also have like tank transporters that are supposed to be unloading stuff, as well as a couple of trucks here. In real life, it's probably not going to look like this, but yeah, it's just my imagination and trying to use like every single vehicle that we made. So got the Panzerhaubitze 2000 and the Flak Panzer, and all sorts of vehicles, AMX back over there, and the helicopters. Also the Su-25 Frogfoot. I didn't really put this in the video, unfortunately. They're just firing missiles as well. And there also is Mi-24 Hind, and this one got shot down, so it's like little pieces falling down. And here's Ka-52 firing a missile or something. And there's also a little trench line here, a couple of these armored vehicles, and another helicopter going down. So yeah, this map is quite extensive. Some more artillery here, tanks, And yeah, if you guys really want to see this map for yourself, you can actually download it. It is going to be on my Patreon in the military sets world, and there's this Iskanders back there. And then over here, this is like the famous volley. And then here's TOS-1 just exploded, so we got a bunch of missiles firing everywhere. Look at the ground view. Laskawa pros moto Kiev. Welcome to Kiev. So I also made a YouTube short about this. And since then, I actually worked a little bit on Maidan Square, Independence Square. I think Maidan just means square, so I just said square. So I started adding a bit of like the Globus Mall right over here, like the windows. I did make some lamps over here, and also made the memorial like stands, whatever that is, 1 block taller, because I think before it was a bit too short. And I started working on a bit on the ground level. It still needs to be in the works, so I have a bunch of rings here, so very incomplete. But the main thing is the actual parade, which you already saw a video of, but if you guys want again, you can download the world and see for yourself. So first we have some BTR4s, then the BTR3s, and then we have this one, the Kozak, think some kind of Ukrainian MRAP, and then we have the T-84 Oplot M and T-64 BM2 Bulat, and more Bulats in the back of this, and then T-64 BVs. So this is actually a combination of like 2 different military parades they had in 2018 and 2021. So 2 different parades, and I sort of mixed them together. And then in the back of this, we have the cross trucks pulling up some howitzers. And then after that, we have some crosses with the BM21 Grad. And then after that, we have the cross trailers with the Pions, which I showed you guys before. This is why I made it. I made it for the parade specifically. Another row of that. And then we have the Vilka MLRS, which is the BM30 Smerch in the back of this. All right, and then after that, we have the Tunguska surface-to-air missile defense system, and also fires a machine gun. So yeah, this is the Ukrainian parade version. And then behind that, we have the BM27 Uragan Ukrainian version as well. And in the back of this, we have the Tochka U. But that's not it for the parade. If you look above, we have a couple of aircraft here. Of course, here in the back, we have Antonov 225 Maria, which I just learned the way I was saying before. It was Myra. Apparently, it is Maria, which is a lot easier to say. I actually do need to finish her up though. In the front also, we have another new Ukrainian IL-76MD. So this one's actually in gray. Yellow markings as well. I also did add this to Arsenal. I completely forgot about it. And Su-27 flankers. On the sides of that, in front we got a row of Su-24Ms, and then the MiG-29s, and then Su-25s, and then Su-27s leaving the pack. So definitely it's a lot cooler than what I had before, which is the like destroyed Russian stuff, which I still have. If you go over here, you can see a little bit of the parade. All right, now we're back in World 1, and again, I am going to be releasing a download, so if you guys want to see all the work and stuff, projects, which someone actually did commission, the North Korean Chonma 2, that's going to be in the works quite soon. That's actually going to have a tutorial as well. And this world is also the place where you could find like the Nimitz aircraft carrier. So an update on that. Obviously, we added some more details here on the flight deck, like the lines and the helipads. So there's actually a couple of them here. Looks very nice. Add some details here on the side. Still need to work on that though. Because this ship, it's always like I spend like a whole day working on it, and then at the end I still need to work on it a lot more. It just never ends, man. I just feel like I need to work on it like a whole month or something in a row. But obviously I can't do that. I have other channels to operate. So here's a look at the back, how the progress is going along with that back section. And here is how it looks like at the moment. Didn't really work on it too much, but I do have now lines in the floor. And if we go back on the outside part, added all these sorts of this section, which they do actually have like this kind of outdoor exercise equipment here, and this like boat thing. And thanks a lot to Zytrix, who I can just look at his model and see what's there. And then from that I could do more research. So I was building up this whole section, and this I was rearranging everything. Added these parts that stick out, and then this part over here, start adding the elevator section, which each elevator is kind of a little bit different. Even these two in the front, you see this one is taller than this one. So I still gotta figure that out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, all these worlds are available for download. Links are gonna be in the description. And if you become a Patreon, I will be really appreciated because YouTube is not paying me anything for this. Freaking $3-4 is really terrible, honestly. So thanks to the 82 people who are actually patrons right now. You guys are keeping this channel afloat. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.